Have you ever wondered what it would be like to stand alone in your faith while the entire world laughed at you? Imagine spending years building something no one had ever seen before, trusting a promise that seemed impossible. Most people would have walked away, but one man chose to obey. His name was Noah, and his story is one of the greatest demonstrations of faith, perseverance, and hope ever recorded. What began with a single act of obedience would become a turning point in human history, and a reminder that even in humanity's darkest moments, God always provides a way of hope. Long ago, the earth was filled with people, but something had gone terribly wrong. Violence spread from one generation to the next. Corruption became a normal part of everyday life. People's hearts were consumed with selfishness, and they continually chose evil instead of goodness. The beauty of God's creation had been overshadowed by sin. The Bible tells us that God saw everything happening on the earth, and it grieved his heart. This wasn't the anger of a distant ruler. It was the sorrow of a loving creator watching his creation destroy itself through wickedness. Yet even in a world overwhelmed by darkness, there was one man who stood apart. Noah was known as a righteous man. He wasn't perfect, but he walked faithfully with God. While everyone around him followed their own desires, Noah chose a different path. His life reflected trust, obedience, and reverence for God. Because of Noah's faithfulness, God entrusted him with an extraordinary mission. God revealed that a great flood would come upon the earth to judge its corruption. But along with that warning came a plan of rescue. Noah was instructed to build a massive ark, a gigantic wooden vessel unlike anything anyone had ever imagined. The task was enormous. God gave Noah precise instructions for every part of the ark. Every measurement mattered. Every beam had a purpose. Imagine explaining such a project to your neighbors. What are you building? An ark. Why? Because God says a flood is coming. Many people likely laughed. They mocked Noah as the huge wooden structure slowly rose before their eyes. Day after day, month after month, year after year, the sound of hammering echoed across the land. But Noah never stopped. When others doubted, he trusted. When others mocked, he obeyed. His faith wasn't built on what he could see. It was built on the one who had spoken. Then came the moment no one expected. Animals began arriving from every direction. Great elephants walked beside tiny rabbits. Lions moved peacefully toward the ark. Deer crossed the fields. Camels, horses, sheep, birds, and creatures of every kind came exactly as God had commanded. Noah didn't have to search for them. God brought them. Pairs of every kind entered the ark, along with the additional clean animals as God had instructed. Noah, his wife, his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives entered as well. Then something remarkable happened. God himself shut the door of the ark. Inside, Noah's family waited in silence. Outside, many still refused to believe. Then the rain began. At first, only a few drops. Soon the heavens opened, and rain poured without stopping. Springs burst forth from beneath the earth. Rivers overflowed. Valleys disappeared beneath the rising waters. The flood continued until even the highest mountains were covered. Inside the ark, surrounded by the sounds of pounding rain and countless animals, Noah and his family trusted God. The storm outside was powerful, but inside the ark, they were safe, because they had believed God's word. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain never stopped. After the rain ended, the ark continued floating for many months. Noah waited patiently. Then God caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters slowly began to recede. Eventually, the ark came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. Still, Noah waited. He first sent out a raven. Later, he released a dove, but it returned because it found no place to rest. After 7 more days, Noah sent the dove again. This time it returned carrying a freshly plucked olive leaf. That tiny leaf became a symbol of hope. After another 7 days, Noah released the dove once more. It did not return. Life had begun again. When God told Noah it was time, he and his family stepped out of the ark onto dry ground. Imagine taking that first deep breath of fresh air after so many months. The first thing Noah did was not build a home. He built an altar. Before beginning a new life, he stopped to worship and thank God for his faithfulness. Then God made a covenant with Noah and every living creature. Never again would a flood destroy all life on the earth. As a sign of that everlasting promise, God placed a rainbow in the clouds. From that day forward, every rainbow became a reminder of God's mercy, faithfulness, and love. Noah's story is more than an account of a great flood. It's a reminder that doing what is right isn't always popular. Sometimes faith means standing alone. Sometimes obedience requires patience when nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes people won't understand the path God has called you to follow. And often, the greatest blessings come after the longest seasons of waiting. Just as the ark carried Noah safely through the storm, trusting God can carry us through the storms of our own lives. And just as the rainbow appeared after the flood, hope often shines brightest after our darkest moments. If Noah's story reminded you that faith can carry us through life's greatest storms, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more inspiring Bible stories, and share this message with someone who needs encouragement today.